Clap. Clap. Oh, Andy Lau gave us a clap. Thank you. Congratulations on premiering your film, The Movie Emperor, at the Toronto International Film Festival. The crowd was so excited. I think you both saw how many people were there last night and how they reacted in the theater. How are you feeling now?
感受就是真的很开心。
I feel I'm happy.
对，因为我也第一次在这么大。
I honestly really feel like you know what, I didn't pick the wrong person, and then you know what we did together, and then this is actually indeed my very first time that I did this in such an big international platform, and then so I feel like yes, this is the right piece of work. It's been a long time since your fans in Toronto and Canada have seen you, so you got to spend time with them yesterday.
Yes.
What was it like?
已经很久没有在这里。
So well, indeed, I haven't really seen so many fans all together, you know, in one spot for a long time. And then yes, you know what, back in China, in all the movie theater, you only see kind of a couple hundred people and fans. But yesterday, I saw like more than 1,000, and it's actually very, very exciting. So, and after that, we had a fan club. So we have a little gathering afterwards. You are so good in this film. You play a movie star. You are a movie star who wants to go to a film festival. You're at a film festival. Who wants to win an award. You received an award. It's art imitating life. But you're a nice movie star. Your character is not that likable. Why did you want to play this part?
我觉得每一个人
Well, I would say everybody has a little bit of that side. And then maybe it's really that my consciousness and then also my humanity tells me I have to kind of put it aside. Wow, that's very honest. There's not a lot of Hollywood actors who would say what you just said. And I think maybe that's my next question. Were you afraid or nervous to ask Andy Lau, who is loved by so many fans, to be unattractive and, you know, unlikable in your film?
其实肯定有啊，就我会担心说他来。
So, well, you know what, indeed, I did have that concern. And then, of course, I was thinking about, like, you know, Andy has been so, like, you know, it's very loved by everybody. And then, so, well, you know, what my team was working with me was asking, so, you know what, if maybe the script, we have to rewrite it, or we just, you know, tear it apart, say goodbye, because unless Andy would say yes, otherwise no one can do it. Like, sure. And then I do believe the story, and then I do believe I have faith in Andy, because I know he is an excellent actor. He knows how to play this role, and then I totally know that. When Andy came in and he clapped and put on his own mic, we're not used to seeing that from movie stars. And I think that's what you're trying to say in your film. So in your film, there's a scene where your character, the director, and Andy are yelling at each other. And they're saying horrible things to each other. Was it therapy for you? Because maybe in the past you would have worked with some people who you wanted to yell at?
没有，因为那句是。
So, well, you know what, as a matter of fact, I was acting and then I was learning, and then to be honest with you, I don't know much about Cantonese, especially that particular sentence, the power that that sentence carries. And then so when Andy gets on, he was immediately brought me into that situation. What hit me was, really, we really are really that far, I'm in. So he brought me in, and then so I learned from him. His experience, I'm new. You know, this film, as we said, is so much life imitating art, imitating life. And you received an award from this film festival for your contributions to cinema, not only on screen, but behind the screen. And it's fitting that you're here with your director because you worked with him on his first successful film, and that started his rise. So you invest in talent. You're not just about yourself. So what did the award last night mean to you?
这感觉也是感动的。
Well, you know what? I am more than just moved by that. And then I really, really, really appreciate it. And then as a matter of fact, that word's name, a special tribute. That tribute, I don't really see that as a tribute because it's more like a passion and my dedication. And then I think, you know what, from the past, now, and then maybe see me in the future. And that's what I would like to do for this business.
我是觉得贡献。
And then I don't really think, you know what, tribute is actually an over-exaggeration word. It is definitely, you know what, fits him. And why would I say so? You know, starting from that crazy stone that he has actually invested in us. I'm saying us, a group of new directors. And then I said, you know what, had he not been doing that, you know, there would not be all of us here. And I asked him once, Andy, why did you do this? Probably Andy does not remember what he said to me back then, but I do recall he said, you know, you are a filmmaker and then I'm in this business and then I would like to work with you. So that's what we do it together. So that's why I say this as of now. A group of directors, we're all here, had it not him being.
I mean, we can all tell that you're still passionate about this because you've been doing it for 40 years. I don't know how 40 years has passed because you look amazing. You don't look like you've changed, so, but we'll get to that in a minute. You've been in the business for 40 years. Many of us have been watching you from almost the very beginning. I watched you in Lok Ding Gay. I watched you in San Diu Hap Lui. You were part of Fu Zheng, and that was when people started calling you Wa Zai.
Yeah.
Do you still feel like after 40 years, 我在?
Well, you know what, I didn't really feel like much of a change, and then because, you know what, you can call me Andy, Wazai, however way you wanted to, and then I just would like to welcome that, you know, opportunity to see, you know, down the road, maybe they say, hey, this old man is still working on something, let's wait and see, maybe he's gonna have a new piece of work, and you know what, I am all good with any, however they would like to call.
You are here to showcase a Chinese film at an international film festival. But film from Hollywood and beyond has been influenced by Chinese cinema. You know, there wouldn't be so many Hollywood films in the style of Quentin Tarantino, for example, without Chinese cinema. What do you think, as a Chinese filmmaker, is the essence of Chinese filmmaking that is making it so influential around the world?
Indeed, that is actually come to the common understanding that when it comes to Chinese, the movies and then especially, you know, those movies in Hong Kong that you will see the Kung Fu style and then you will see the mafia style and then definitely, you know, it sets the tone. And then of course in Hollywood movies, the producers right now, they are definitely, you know, working and then kind of see reference of what has been done in this Chinese style. And then of course, that's how it is.
然后我在戛纳电影
And then so I just met, you know, Martin Scorsese in Ghana Film Festival, and then he was actually
Martin
telling,
Scorsese?
yeah, Martin, and then he said, well, I heard that you just finished a movie with Andy. I love Andy's movies as well, so yes.
That's a full circle moment because Martin Scorsese did The Departed, and The Departed was based on Infernal Affairs, and you were amazing in Infernal Affairs.
没有错，他 Martin 是做了他的那个 Infernal Affairs， 然后又做了那个刚好又连到参考到无间道。
他说的就是这个事情，他说就是说他也拍过你的电影。
And then so that's why he was saying that, you know what, he basically says I have actually been kind of producing the movie.
对，这个其实就是电影互相影响的一个情况。
So that's what I would say. They're actually interrelated and then kind of more like have influence on each other.
Yeah. Well, Andy, your career has spanned what is really a golden age of China, Hong Kong film and television with, you know, Infernal Affairs and all these classic movies that people have watched around the world. But you got your start in TV, doing TV series and TVB. So how did that train you for your future career? What did you learn during those years that you've been able to take with you, you know, for the next few decades?
我觉得
Also, well, you know what? I actually do not really know. Back then, what we have picked up, what we have learned from the training course at the TVB, at that time, we're more. I mean, we learned a lot. And then, however, right now, I don't really know the current situation with the those academies and also training schools. Maybe they are more focusing on the performance itself.
我们学的时候中间可能
Wow. So and then during the training process, and then we have two things that we have to accomplish. What we have learned. The very first one is the marketing, and then you have to learn how to market yourself. You have to learn. You have to know what you want to be, who you want to be in the future, and then you have to identify, position yourself based on that. And then second one is we would spend half a day on learning, being trained, but another half a day we will have to put ourselves into the real practice, intern-ish. And then practice over time, and then you have to kind of navigate what you want, and then finally you will find that direction.
That's very interesting because in the film, your character is trying to stay up to date with technology and social media, but it seems like in real life, you're doing a good job because you're well trained. Is that a difficult thing to adjust to fame, where back in the 80s and 90s, fame looked like one way, and now fame is on your phone, fame is on Weibo, fame is on WeChat, fame is on Douyin. So how has that transition been for you?
我就是那么
When I saw the script, I told him, you nailed it, and then because I've been through what has been written in that script.
Okay.
In real life, indeed, I was actually really having those big fights with those people in shorts.
Yeah, I think that is really, you captured that really well. But I mean, I think that in the film, it's the most extreme version of what can happen when a celebrity can't adjust. I think you've done it very gracefully.
And then I kind of feel, you know what, everybody on scene, they did a fantastic job. But you know what, without the fantastic director, nothing is going to happen.
他谦虚，其实
He is humble.
我是
He's
好
very humble.
我是 I'm good.
So
I'm
humble.
good.
He's good too.
He's good.
So, director, you did an interview with Variety, and you said that Andy Lau is, quote, physical perfection, and that his hair is gorgeous every day. Andy, what is your secret?
请问一下，怎么样？为什么你可以这么帅的秘
We all
诀
need to know.
需要
Like,
知道。
how are we? You look the same that you looked like 40 years ago.
我
We
们
need
就
to
不讲了，
know.
你都从来没老过，就是一直保持这个。
Maybe positive, positive thinking. 可能就是你觉得自己好就好了。
Stay positive.
就不要太多。
Is it annoying?
他说呢，就是这么帅。
Is it annoying when he just comes to work and he's so pretty, attractive all the time?
但是
So good, he's looking good, and it doesn't have anything to do with the age. I don't think by the time I get to his age, I'll be looking that good either.
对，他是一直
So
帅了这么多年。
I would say that because he really rarely talk about his own look, his own physical condition, and then because he put his full dedication onto that current job or current project that he was working on, maybe the movie. So it's the passion, everything.
I can tell that, you're staying positive. It also translates to your art. You're a true artist. So not only are you an actor, but you do painting and sculpture, and you've had an exhibition of your work. So I was looking at a lot of your artwork. It means that you have a creative mind, and it's insatiable, unquenchable. So we saw in your exhibition that your daughter's work was also there. So you have a family of artists. You said she's a better artist than you.
Yeah.
So what does she think of your artwork and your films?
I enjoy the process making that piece of work together with my child. And then I never preset, what that piece of work should be or will be like. It's just really, I'm really enjoying that. So that's the whole process.
Well, congratulations, both of you, on your amazing film and on being at TIFF. I wish you both well, and also 留得話永遠繼續。
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.